Welcome back to another episode of the Owl Pod. I'm your host, David Litvin. Alongside me, my beloved co-host,
Amelia, right? And we're super excited. Today we have a guest from the football team. You've heard us talk about him a lot. And really glad to get him on here and get the inside scoop about the team.
Yeah, we'll just give you his number. It's number 6.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming
Everyone
on the
knows
podcast
it.
later. If you're a fan of Temple football, you know that number. I didn't know that number. I guessed the wrong number.
Yeah, you were confused, but most aren't.
Yeah, number 6. Real Temple fans know him. But before we get into our exclusive interview, let's talk Temple Owls recap.
It was a good week for the Owls.
It was a great week for the Owls. We'll start with women's soccer, who took on UAB on the road and picked up their first conference win. And get this.
In how long, David?
37 matches.
Wow.
For those of you that don't know, that'd be 4 years. So a huge result for the women's soccer team to go on the road.
Mm-hmm.
A hostile environment down there at UAB and pick up a big road win. Not only that, they kept the awards going with Tamsin, who you guys all know, you loyal podcast fans, was on the podcast a couple weeks ago. She was goalie of the week this week.
Yeah, she had her first conference shutout, so shout out to Tamsin.
Yeah, American Conference goalie of the week. So awesome to get that recognition. And they will be at home this week against UTSA on Thursday. So be sure to show out.
Senior day,
as the Owls, put a wrap on their season, but obviously huge for them to get that win, first in 4 years. So congrats to them. Moving on to field hockey. We've talked a lot about on this podcast. Had a big home matchup against Liberty on Friday. Liberty was ranked, I believe, coming into this match.
Yeah, 7th in the country.
Ranked 7th in the country, and the Owls put up a fight. Ended up losing 3-2 in overtime, and I believe that
in shootouts.
So
they went through 2 overtimes to get there. Yeah.
So obviously, hard-fought match ends in a shootout loss, and I believe that eliminated the Owls from Big East Conference tournament play, which I know they were hoping to do this season. So definitely disappointing for them, but they did bounce back on Sunday on Senior Day against Yale.
Another ranked team. They were 12th.
Ranked 14th in the country.
Oh.
Picked up a big win. So it was great for them to kind of right the ship on Senior Day, pick up a big win, and they'll travel to Providence this Friday in their last conference game.
Final game
for Temple Field Hockey. Not the season they wanted, but hopefully they can finish on a high note and send those seniors off the right way. Let's move to men's soccer. Amelia, did you get a chance to watch men's soccer this week?
I actually did not.
Well, on Friday, they take on USF, the Bulls, and had a bit of a heartbreaker.
I actually did watch this. It was an away game, yeah. Last minute.
No, it was a home game.
Oh, and then they had an away game later in the week that they lost.
They were on the road this week. They took on USF on Friday, and they lost in heartbreak. Last minute, gave a PK. It was 1-1 at that time. So the Owls, unfortunately, have struggled a lot this year in conference play. They have their final 2 matches of the season coming up this week. They're traveling to Charlotte on Wednesday, and they're going to be home against UAB on Sunday. So hopefully they can close out the season on a high note. But definitely tough result for them against the Bulls at home. Who didn't have a tough result this week? Women's volleyball.
They had a great weekend.
Great weekend. Started on Friday night. Picked up a dub against UAB. Owls crushed UAB this week. It was a bad week to be a Blazer.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bad week. Owls picked up a win on Friday. This one went 5 sets. They went up 2-0. I was at this match. Let UAB get back into the game. They dropped the next 2 matches, and they won in 5. Picked up a win in the last game. It was a huge result. They got back on track after losing 7 straight conference games. And they bounced back in a big way, winning that game. They came back again on Sunday and beat Memphis again. So they're at a point now where they need to win 3 more games to get into the conference tournament. So hopefully they can keep things going this week. They're home against Charlotte on Friday, and then they're traveling to ECU on Sunday. Quick shout out here. Cairo, who is in the volleyball team, picked up her 1,000th dig.
That's crazy. 1,000
on Friday. 1,000 digs. She's been in the NCAA for a couple years.
A couple extra years there.
But still awesome.
Nothing's wrong with taking some extra years.
No, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
Hopefully volleyball can keep the momentum going.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up a couple more wins this year. let's move on to fencing, who had their big tournament this weekend, the Nikki Frank Classic on Saturday. And overall, I was actually at this for a little while. Fencing is quite the sport to watch.
David's favorite sport to watch.
Yeah, favorite sport for those that know me. So saw a lot of fencing. It's crazy. They just throw like 20 mats or 20, whatever they call them, strips.
Yes, there you go.
In the Leocore Center, and they just fence all day. So the Owls earned 4 top 15 finishes across all weapons, highlighted by Vika, who's a sophomore. I'm going to mispronounce
say the
her
last name. You got it.
Doroskevich. Vika.
Sounds
sophomore. Right. She picked up a medal. So that was really awesome for the Owls to get that. So I think this was like the first big, tournament for them, match, whatever you call it. And they're heading down to Fort Worth, Texas on November 16th for the North American Cup. Hopefully continue the momentum they got. But off to a good start, I believe. So happy to see that, and a good result for fencing. Now, let's talk Temple football. Did you tune into the afternoon matchup in Tulsa?
Of course I did. What else would I be doing?
All right, let's talk.
It was a great game.
38-37. Overtime victory against the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes.
In the rain.
In the pouring rain.
Yeah, looked really fun.
Yeah, honestly, for a second there, I had some flashbacks.
Lost some hope.
Had some flashbacks to a couple weeks prior. But unlike a couple weeks prior, the Owls pulled up, took care of business, won in overtime against Tulsa. Really exciting match. Our guest, who we'll reveal after this.
You definitely can't read it in the title.
Can't read it in the title. Yeah, I just realized that.
We always act like it's a secret.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. It's Evan Simon.
Quarterback Evan Simon threw 5 touchdowns.
All-American. Wait, American Conference honorable mention this week, right?
Well, that's because the North Texas quarterback lit it up for like 600 yards.
Oh, he stole it from you?
Yeah, that was robbery. That was a highway robbery. But yeah, Owls
close second.
Improved to 5-3, puts them one game away from a bowl eligible season. Couple of fun facts. I got one. I know you have one. This was the Owls' third away win this season. Coming into the season, they had not won an away game since 2021.
Wow.
So, Keeler effect, we talk about a lot on the pod. Seems like we're going to these road games a little more confident.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, teams different, but that's one stat I think is pretty jarring, and it's great to see the Owls go on the road, take care of business, especially like going to Tulsa. It's a far trip, playing in the rain, 3-hour trip. It's also Tulsa. I mean, no disrespect. I know we usually hate on Penn, but I mean, can't really look forward to a trip to Tulsa. But the Owls took care of business, and they're gonna be home this weekend. ECU, 3 p.m. start.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. start. You guys know what to do.
Yeah.
Get on that SEPTA. Get on that bus.
The lacrosse team will be on the field.
However you get to the football game, you should get there on Saturday.
I'll be there.
It's a big matchup against the ECU Pirates. But that brings us into our next segment of the pod, where we're going to get to talk to number 6, Evan Simon. Evan, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for joining us.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
And let me just put it out there. Last week we were teased because
Okay. We're not gonna be mean.
No,
He's
we're
a
not.
busy man.
No, we're not. I'm just telling our fans that last week, coming off another big win on the road against Charlotte, we thought maybe you'd make your appearance then. We pushed it back a week, and look, being the Owl football fan that I am, I knew you guys were going to take care of business down in Tulsa. So I was like, it's fine. We'll talk to him next week.
I will say that Amelia told me I could only come back on the pod if we won.
And that's
I said
only
when
if
you
we
win,
won.
you will be on the pod.
When
he did it.
when
so
you win.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know that's what as soon as he left that 5th touchdown pass, he's probably like, I'm podcast
He was
ready.
like, for Amelia.
Yeah, he was Owl pod ready. But thank you for coming on. We know you're busy. We appreciate your time. I feel like it's a good time to talk to you, coming off, obviously a big road win. Before we get into the current season, how you guys are doing, let's take it back a couple years at this point. Started your collegiate ball over at Rutgers, obviously. different institution in a lot of ways, not just, football, but pretty much everything. So tell us a little bit about your time there, how that maybe prepared you for the role that you're in now, and anything else you'd like to share on your experience.
Yeah, I got there in January of 2020, early enrolled, and spent 4 years there, and you blink and it's over and you're at Temple. But it was a great experience. New Jersey's something else, that's for sure. Some good, some bad, but glad we're back in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so you grew up in Mount Joy, correct?
Yeah.
What high school did you attend?
Mannheim Central. It's in Lancaster where all the Amish people are.
Yeah, I got a teammate, fifth year actually, from Lancaster. He went to Penn Manor.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so he always talks about the Amish. Have you ever had a whoopie pie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a pumpkin whoopie pie before,
Yeah.
and it's amazing from the Amish.
Yeah, I won't get into, it's probably not appropriate for the podcast, what I hear these whoopie pies in Lancaster are made of, but it's whenever I hear Lancaster, that's automatic trigger. But anyway, getting to Temple, you got here when, 2023, 2024? 2024.
Yeah.
And obviously, at the time, different coach, probably different system that you're in. Talk to us a little bit about the transition to this year. I know Coach Keeler got there in January. Talk to us about kind of the transition you've seen in the team. Obviously, the record and the on-field performance speaks for itself, but take us, behind the curtain. What are we not seeing that is really showing up that's making a difference for this team?
One of the first things he did was literally when he took the job, first day in the building, he met with, over the course of 4 days, each player on the team that was still on the team, just to see where the program's at. And, you look at his track record and how well he's done from Rowan, Delaware, Sam Houston, and how he's turned programs around. It was really cool to see and very encouraging. So, look at us now, and it's awesome. He's the man.
Yeah, no, it's pretty clear. I mean, when he first got hired, I remember his opening press conference, and I try not to put too much stock into these press conferences. If you've seen the NFL, guys get made fun of all the time, and they turn around to be great coaches. But you could just tell there was a certain attitude, a certain vibe that he gave off that you could just tell this guy was going to win. And you look at his track record, like you said, he's won everywhere he's been at. So I don't know, as a senior who's seen a lot of Temple football,
every era.
It feels like this year is certainly like
it's different.
It's way different. I mean, not just even the games that we've talked about before the podcast. Some of the tougher games, like you guys have hung in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a totally different team. So looking at the current season, you guys sit at 5-3, 3-1 in the American Conference. We talked about your conference record. With 4 games left, obviously 1 game away from bowl game. Talk to us about where you're at right now. Obviously, you're in the thick of it. You're preparing for ECU, but where do you see this current season at right now, and kind of what are you looking forward to the rest of the season? Yeah,
like you said, we're looking for our 6th, and these next 4 games are no gimmies. Really tough 4-game stretch, but obviously we're focused on ECU, and they're a really good team, so we're gonna have to play really well.
Yeah, and I think we don't look too far ahead. I know football, take it 1 game at a time. You got ECU, and then you got Army, and then is it North Texas, then Tulane, or some combination of the two?
Tulane, then North Texas.
Tulane, then North Texas.
Yeah.
A lot of high-scoring offenses there.
A lot of high-scoring offenses, but we're
including the Owls.
We're a
I was going to
high-scoring
say.
offense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess one more. We'll get into some lighthearted questions in a sec. But speaking of high-scoring offenses, Amelia and I feel like we've talked about this before. You've thrown. I'm not going to have it off the top of my head. Number of touchdowns you've thrown. It feels like every game, 4 or 5 touchdowns. But I always look, and you're not turning the ball over. And I feel like that's one thing. You watch a lot of quarterbacks, especially NFL, college. They might throw for 4 or 5, but they might turn it over twice, and you haven't done that. What's allowed you to keep that area of your game so clean and really be efficient and not give the team the other ball?
I'd say the number one thing is just having experience, and then the second thing would be the understanding of the plays and where the defense is compared to those plays. So it's just something I've really harped on and, try my best at.
Yeah. I'm sure that's going back, spending so many years prior at Rutgers. You think that experience there and getting that kind of on-field and also just behind the scenes work in the film room, has that kind of, is that what you attribute to kind of like the more consistent and kind of controlled play?
Yeah, at Rutgers, they made it like everything we did was about not turning the ball over and kind of to like I don't know,
like you're playing too cautious almost?
Like yeah, in a sense, like not like toxic's not the word, but like it was such a big focus point, and I don't know, I guess it's kind of carried with
It kind of worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you're also playing probably a little bit more free. I feel like
Absolutely.
I can, just by the way, like when we watch the games, it feels like the offense has a flow to it, has a rhythm that, especially when you guys are in those high-scoring games, we get the ball.
The energy.
We get the ball, and I'm like, we're going to go down the field and score.
Yeah.
All right, so we've asked you some tougher questions. I think
Let's have fun with it now.
Bring it on.
I think the audience is more concerned with some of the dance moves we've seen in the locker room.
Yeah, we talk. What the owl last week was the
Keeler's moves.
Yeah, the Keeler's moves. We love the celebratory dances. So I think the fans want to know, why do we never see you in the dances, Evan?
That would not be a good day for Evan Simon if he was caught on camera dancing.
So okay, this is good. So you're not you're not confident in the dance moves?
Not confident at all.
All right, let's.
So it's just your other teammates specialize in it, and you do the on the field stuff.
I love to watch them have fun.
Okay,
all right,
that's good. That's good.
Let me propose this: the Owls win their 6th game of the season. You go to a bowl game.
Evan Simon does the splits.
Evan Simon gets in the dance circle.
Evan Simon will be doing a split.
Okay,
Oh my gosh,
you heard it here
please.
on the you heard it here on the
Give
podcast.
it a rip.
We're gonna clip this. It's
Make sure
gonna
you
be
stretch first, though. That would be terrible if he does the splits and he doesn't come back up.
and then it's just we get fired.
Yeah.
We are terminated.
I don't know if we can get fired, but we probably
Evan
would.
Simon does a split and somehow gets injured. We will be fired.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he'll make it too far down.
Okay. Well,
He as in yourself.
Yes.
let's just say at some point Saturday around 6:30, 7 p.m. I should be getting a clip on my Instagram feed.
Yeah. I
of
can't
Evan
wait.
Simon dancing.
Done.
There it is. All right. So we addressed the dancing in the
Yeah.
room.
Let's keep going with the fun questions.
Let's get to know the team a little bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't love to know a little bit more about Temple football players? Let's say you're going to an island, right?
Sure.
Let's call it a deserted
Deserted
island.
island, yeah.
Let's go to a deserted island, and you're stuck there
Forever.
for the
Never getting
for
off.
the foreseeable future. You can only have one teammate with you. Who are you taking and why?
The name is Kevin Smithwick. The reason is he was a Marine.
Wow.
That's smart, Paul.
No one wants to mess with him.
Okay.
Questionable.
He's got decent common sense. And he'll take control. He'll guide the way.
He'll guide the way.
But that wasn't easy saying his name. There's not many people.
The
Truly.
list was really short.
Very short.
It's a short list.
Good to know. Good to know.
But if we get on a desert island with Kevin, you think we're making it out? You're making it out.
Not everyone if there's multiple.
No. But if there's just 2 of you,
We'd last a week.
we last a week.
last.
I think a week would get you some help.
That's a long time.
Marine, that sounds pretty serious. I feel like
Okay.
we could get through a week. All right. How about all right, so
This was my question. I can say it.
yeah, please. It's going to
so-
sound a lot less weird if you ask it.
So for those that don't know, Evan has a sister. And my question
An older sister, right?
older
An
sister. My question was, if you had to pick one of your teammates to marry your sister, who would you pick? This is going to tell us a lot about who's a good guy on the team.
And we need an explanation. You can't
Of
just
course.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's also a Pennsylvania native, and he comes from the quarterback room. Doylestown's finest, Pat Keller.
Wow.
Pat Keller.
So I'm from the Philadelphia. I'm very familiar with Doylestown.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised to hear another Pennsylvanian.
I take that back.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Why?
If you ask every staff member, every player, they'd say Pat Keller.
He's just a good
Just
guy.
a genuinely great dude.
Just stand-up guy.
Yep.
And is he single? I'm kidding.
21st in 2 weeks.
There you go.
That has nothing to do with his
I'm just
saying.
saying.
status.
Just saying.
Okay.
To be determined.
Yes, happy early birthday, Pat, I guess is what I was supposed to say
He
there.
is not single. No.
So then,
Sorry, Amelia.
sorry to your sister, not to me.
Well, Pat's girlfriend Amelia. It sounds like you got a great man. Not Amelia, right?
Wait.
No.
Okay, yeah, let's move on from that because I think we're misinterpreting some things.
Okay. Yeah. Let's pivot to every day you wake up and you're gonna live with one of your teammates for the rest of your life. Who is it and why?
Is this a single bedroom like type? Like you're back in the dorms or?
No. Who? Yeah, you're back. Let's say you're back in the dorms. You're on that twin bed and you gotta wake up and see X teammate for the rest of your life.
Oh my gosh, that's a good one.
That's tough.
It's definitely on the offensive side of the ball. Give me my center, Grayson Maines.
Georgia boy, shout out to Georgia.
The big 5'7".
Grayson? So, wait, did Grayson come from University of Georgia?
No,
South Carolina, but he's
from Forsyth, which is actually pretty close to me.
Okay.
Yeah, so shout out Grayson.
And
That's a good
is
answer.
it just because of the quarterback center connection? Or?
I live with him right now.
Okay.
Kind of clean roommate. But very easy to talk to. Doesn't talk too much. Just great
That's also
dude.
key.
Yeah,
You're seeing someone every day.
Every day of.
And sharing a room with them?
Yeah. All right, next one I have for you. If you had to change positions or like be someone else on your team, let's go defense. If you had to be someone on the defensive side, who would you be?
I played a little safety in high school. But at this level, I
Fun
would
fact unlocked.
Free safety, Evan Simon.
Heck yeah. Check it out. Huddle.
Got that huddle.
Let's look at the highlights.
It'll be the huddle. In the description, you'll find Evan's free safety highlights.
First team safety.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Second team
What
quarterback.
league is that? What league is that?
The Lancaster Lebanon League.
Lancaster League.
So not like the Catholic League in
No.
Philly, nothing like that. But at this level, I would get absolutely cooked.
At free safety.
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't stand a chance.
Evan's got no shot. He's gonna stick to throwing the ball.
I'd stay to quarterback too if I were you.
Yeah.
So what's your answer?
What was it?
If you had to be someone on the defense, who would you be? Like it could be because you like the position or you like them as a person. Like
Oh,
you
an
gotta switch
actual
spots
player?
with them, yeah.
Oh. It's not gonna be safety, but give me Demarick Morris.
For his dance moves, you could
Yeah,
say.
that
Yeah?
too.
Okay.
D-line. D-line. He's dog, but really funny person, and everyone loves him.
There you go.
That's a good answer.
All right, should we move into your favorite segment?
Yeah, let's do
It's
it.
time to
Temple
pivot.
takes.
Let's go Temple takes. So we're gonna stick with the lighthearted theme. We know
Mhm.
Evan loves Halloween. Right? Favorite holiday, Halloween.
Favorite.
Favorite holiday, Halloween.
He's passionate about it.
Extremely.
We can tell.
Well, we're gonna find out just how passionate based on our Temple takes. For those of you who don't know, you want to explain Temple takes?
Yeah, so Temple takes, every week we pick a different theme. So this week we thought, what better than to hit Halloween because it's coming up in, 3 days? So we just will say something in the topic and then hit you with an overrated, underrated. And then sometimes we get really passionate and argue about it. And sometimes it's just like,
On to the next.
it's just rated because it is.
Yeah, there you go. First one. Dressing up for Halloween. At your current age, and this is not like you're in 5th grade or whatever. This is your current age. Evan, are you dressing up for Halloween?
Every year for the next 30 years.
Wow.
Absolutely. It's my favorite holiday, David.
Can you give us a costume? It is your favorite
Yeah, what are
holiday.
you going to be this year?
Can you give us a preview?
We were talking in our group chat. We got to go to Party City, and what we do normally is we pick an outfit out for someone else. So kind of like the Santa thing.
Secret Santa.
Secret Santa.
There you go.
Yeah, but we incorporate that in Halloween.
You go Halloween.
Yeah.
That's a fun team tradition.
So
there.
could you give us a little sneak peek? Do you have a costume you're gonna pick out for someone? Do you know?
I do not.
It probably comes to you when you see it in
Oh,
front
yeah.
of you, you
All right.
know?
We'll
Like,
walk around.
Party
and-
City's a crazy
Let
place.
me give you a proposal. Okay. Are you
Let's
a
hear it.
baseball fan?
No.
Okay. It's okay.
Not a soccer fan, not a baseball
This is
fan.
gonna make-
He watches football.
This-
That's what he
this-
does.
This is gonna make this description a lot hard. Maybe you've seen this. Couple weeks ago, the Phillies were playing a game and someone hit a home run, and there was this lady that took a ball.
Oh, yeah.
You should
Oh, the Karen?
make someone dress up like that lady.
And then they just get trashed.
And
thrown
they
at
just
'em.
get trashed.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, you should make someone put the little wig on and yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there
that's
you
a
go.
good one.
And that's
So Evan's obviously hitting us with the underrated. Like you love,
Oh, I
you
love it.
Halloween
Underrated.
costumes.
underrated.
I'm gonna go overrated. I'm gonna have to disagree with Evan. I think it's just an overrated holiday. I'm gonna maybe get hate for that, but
we're
like,
not talking about the holiday. We're talking about
No,
dressing up.
well, I'm just
Oh, you're
saying,
getting there?
like in general, like
Gotcha.
it was like a month ago. People were like, "Oh, what are you dressing up as?" I'm like, I think of that like 3 days before.
That stuff starts way too early. I
Yeah,
agree.
and it's like just way too elaborate. Like, I don't know. I'm going overrated. I think it's too much work and it's too
Boo.
expensive. I'm a college kid. I don't want to pay for a $100 costume that I'm wearing once.
Yeah, it's rare that we disagree it's rare that we agree this early on in Temple Takes, but I have to agree. I think Evan's gonna be on his own here.
Wow.
I wish him the best in Halloween, but it's a little bit overrated for me dressing up at this point.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like, you know, I know Evan's got a couple years on me. I'm 21. I'm pushing 22. I don't know, like dressing up for the next 30 years seems like a lot for me. Maybe I'll throw together like a last minute costume.
Yeah, before this, David said he's not dressing up at all, which I think is kind of crazy. But
I think you should dress up in your costume at our game.
Go at the game.
are people doing that?
I guess your game's the day after Halloween.
It's still Saturday.
Yeah, it counts.
Okay. Well, our team's on the road this weekend, but I will relay that to someone who's going to be at the game. They should be in costume.
The lacrosse team's going on the field because we had the highest GPA, so maybe we could all be in
Maybe Amelia's
costume.
in a costume.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Evan.
No,
We'll do that for
I'm
you.
a last minute costume guy. I think sometimes, last minute costume, best costume.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. Horror movies, overrated, underrated. I feel like this is like a Halloween thing. You watch horror movies.
Sure.
I'll start with this one. I think these films are quite overrated. Usually you watch these with a group of friends, and I just think they're overall, like, they're not good movies to watch. You're just watching them to try and be scared, and I don't think that's very entertaining. So I'm out. Pass. Overrated.
I think it's 100% overrated.
There you go.
I mean, why would you want to put yourself through something like that on purpose?
I actually, it's like the heart rate goes up, and it's not like you're paying attention to the plot. It's just like a bad viewing experience.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try and be different here. I'm going to go underrated because recently me and my roommate have had like new tradition to like watch new movies, and I just watched Scream for the first time, which I feel like is a classic, and I actually really liked it. But if it's like a super scary movie, like the like Conjuring and stuff like that, like the haunted stuff, I don't love those. But I like in general horror movies. I just hate how stupid everyone is in it. Like, why are you going to a garage of
that's
axes?
the other thing. Like, they're so unrealistic.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty. Yeah.
Okay.
That just goes back to my point. It's
I'm changing. It's overrated.
Yeah,
I can't even fight to say
you
underrated.
tried to be different, and it just didn't work.
I tried just for the audience, but
You
like
tried
it's
so
not
hard
worth
there.
it.
No. Okay. We're all in agreement on that. All right. The next one, we're gonna get a little bit more specific here because it's Halloween. It's sometimes a little bit harder to describe, but take yourself back to the days where you're trick or treating, and you're going house to house, and a family, gets perhaps, I'll say, a little lazy, and leaves a bowl of candy out on their front porch. Do you think that's an overrated or underrated move?
I can start us off. I'm going underrated because the loyal Owl Pod listeners, my mom and dad, they don't get that many visitors. So I think sometimes they put a bowl out. Like, you don't know when the kids are going to come. I think it's a nice thought, especially if you're not home. That's also very nice of people to do. So I think underrated, and you should appreciate any candy that you can get on Halloween.
I think I'm with you, Amelia. Maybe they're not home, and they're leaving candy out because they enjoy the holiday. I'm with you.
Okay. I'll be the bad guy. I think that move is overrated. If you're not home, the kid gives a couple knocks, and there's just no candy. You just move on to the next one.
That poor kid,
I
though.
think the bowl just like, well, what's worse? Like, you don't get candy, or there's an empty bowl of, like, there was supposed to be candy there, but some little kid came and took all the candy. Like, that's what's going to happen. Like, we all know it. So I'm a big believer in, you got the bowl ready at the front door, but you actually hand out the candy face to face. So overrated.
And you had a fun story to tell about the bowls. You could share that.
I was gonna refrain, but since you asked,
I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's maybe goes back to when I was trick or treating. Someone once left a bowl of candy out, and
You sure it wasn't you?
I witnessed. It was not me. I witnessed somebody take the bowl and leave the candy on the front porch.
Crazy Paul.
That might speak to the neighborhood I grew up in. That's okay. Let's move on. Speaking of trick-or-treating, can you explain this one? Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not. Trick-or-treating housing selection.
Yeah, I feel like this is like a common thing. Like when I was a kid, you knew the exact houses that had the full-size candy bars, and you knew the ones that had like gave out like apples and like floss. Like,
Oh, if you're giving out floss, that should.
I think we had a dentist in our neighborhood that
Floss.
like gave out like healthy stuff because it's bad for your
There-
teeth to have
there's
candy.
always one dentist out
Yeah,
there.
so
and,
one-
and if you're listening and you're a dentist, like I'm sorry, but you probably are that one guy who's giving out toothpaste.
So one, you gotta avoid those houses, and two, you gotta use your time appropriately and go get the full size candy bars. So
Did you have like a strict curfew on Halloween? Like, were you,
I don't think so.
I mean,
But
you just make like you're all about efficiency here. I feel like you
I
have
am
to
about
do that.
efficiency in every aspect of life.
I
So
love that. All right, so you're saying
I'm
this
going.
is-
That's underrated because planning out and stuff. Like when I have kids, I'm gonna make a map and have like golden stars. I'm gonna go all the way because they deserve full size candy bars.
Okay. Evan, you got much to say about the housing selection?
I can't tell you the last time I went trick or treating.
Okay.
But
Also, neither can I. I don't want it to sound like I like actively do this, but
Thanks
Yeah.
for clarifying that.
I'm 22 and I do not actively trick or treat.
I do recall it being an absolute blast, though. But
Mhm.
housing selection, I mean, if they had stuff on the porch, we were going up there.
I think that speaks to my prior take. If you saw a bull, like you're gonna do some damage on the bull.
Absolutely.
And don't even bother putting one of those signs up that says
Take
"Take
3
one,
or
take."
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you think I'm
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
one, you're nuts.
I'm more. Yeah, exactly. Just forget it. Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, underrated. I feel like you remember the houses that give out big candy bars. So yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Maybe I'm not making a map, but I'll remember that. All right, pivoting off of trick or treating, let's talk pumpkin flavored items because I'm seeing more and more. I feel like every year someone has a new pumpkin creation. I just had
Mhm.
pumpkin.
And it's like the most random stuff
I had
ever.
pumpkin ravioli. Have you ever had that?
From Trader Joe's.
Yeah, it's fire. You had pumpkin ravioli?
Never heard of it.
Yeah,
What would
it's
that even
unbe-
taste?
it's-
What did it
it's-
taste like?
It's unbelievable.
Like pumpkin
I,
and cheese.
I actually it was one of the best things I ever had. I swear to God.
So I'm guessing you're going underrated.
Underrated. Yeah. And I don't like the whole coffee scene. I'd stay away from the lattes or whatever, the frappe, whatever it is.
Did you say frappe?
I don't know. Everyone's got a different name for this thing. But
The frappe and
I
the
just
latte?
like pumpkin flavored stuff. Pasta, though.
That's crazy.
Not going to give a shout out to that grocery market because they're not a Temple sponsor, but
I'd take an NIL deal from them. I'm gonna go overrated. I think I've expressed this before. I think pumpkin's just like it's mad at me. I love moving on to the peppermint mocha. That's my absolute favorite flavor of coffee. So let's go to Christmas already. I love.
we got to get to Thanksgiving first. Would you pump the brakes?
Okay, I'm sorry.
I would say it's absolutely overrated.
Oh, no.
Absolutely.
Odd man out, David.
I remember being at Rutgers on my way to the facility. I intentionally went out of my way to get one of those pumpkin spice lattes, not frappes.
No, not frappe.
But yeah, nothing special about it. Overrated.
All right, just do me a favor.
Overhyped.
Get
So
yourself
overhyped.
some of those pumpkin spiced raviolis, and then
They
see if-
DoorDash them? Where do I get them?
Yeah. You know what? You win on Saturday. You'll see
All
some
right.
pumpkin ravioli on your doorstep.
We'll cook you some
I'll make sure of
pasta.
that.
A split and pumpkin raviolis.
Yes.
Oh yes,
Done.
that's
on,
the
can you write that
necessities.
down on your to-do list? Okay, perfect. All right, last one. Let's wrap it up. Scariest thing you could see on your respective field. So Halloween, scary, blah,
in
blah,
the
blah.
horror.
Yeah, like
film.
you're on the field. So for your football field, lacrosse field, I guess for me, the cross country course, I have to get really creative with this. What is the scariest possible thing that you could see on, like, realistic? Don't be like someone streaks the field.
Right. If we're on the 20-yard line and I'm looking at the defense and I see Myles Garrett on the right side and Aaron Donald on the left, yeah, that's wraps.
Are you calling a timeout like immediately?
Probably
He's
taking
faking an
myself out.
injury.
Yeah. That would not go well.
He's going Anthony Richardson against the Texans last year. He's just subbing himself out. Okay. So Aaron Donald opposite Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds
And
terrible.
Evan's out of the game.
See ya.
Okay.
I don't know. That's a hard one. I would say like any girl like running full speed at you that's like a pretty strong female. Like, cause I play offense, so like if someone's coming at you like stick, you can tell like they're just gonna like hit you straight in the body. Like it hurts. I usually have bruises all over my arm, so that's one of the scariest things, especially when you don't see them. Like your back's turned and someone pushes you out of
It's
bounds, and then you
blindside.
break your hand, and
Yeah.
then you have to get
That's-
surgery.
Sounds oddly specific.
Oh, it might be. I might have some PTSD, but yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone's dying to know, like, what's the scariest thing to see on a cross-country course. I'll answer it. So there's a clip out there. You could find it, a couple of Google searches, of a deer just like running through someone on the cross country course.
Oh,
Like
no.
just taking someone out mid race.
That's hilarious.
And it's in the back of your mind when you line up. It's just, is that deer going to come and wipe me out in the middle of my race? I say that's probably the scariest thing. Like a live animal just like running through.
That makes
You're
sense.
just
Yeah.
getting taken out. Yeah.
I guess that could happen on either of our fields too, right?
No, not
Like-
really. I don't think a deer's getting through a football field.
I have a question for you, Amelia.
Okay.
You know, in ice hockey, they drop the gloves.
Yeah.
You ever drop the gloves or get close?
I hate to admit that I've hit someone with my stick intentionally.
Sure.
But I did wear gloves at one point. That's not normal for girls lacrosse. Guys lacrosse always wears the gloves. But no. Also, if my grandma's listening, I have never done anything mean to anyone on a field.
Of course.
Love it.
And that's my answer on that.
Are you not going to ask me if we drop?
Let's hear it.
Did you ever drop the gloves, David, in
No,
a
it's
cross country meet?
not the most physical sport out there. All right. Well, that concludes Temple Takes.
We got some great conversation
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
We just basically my takeaway from this podcast is Evan loves Halloween
And
And
he's,
he's
gonna
gonna be
practice
dancing,
the splits.
and he's gonna be dancing this weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go. All right, let's wrap it up. My favorite segment, Owl or Foul. Owl, you want to explain?
As I always say, OWL is something that's soaring upwards. Shout out to SOAR, the American Conference mascot. And foul is pretty self-explanatory. Something on campus that is not the best, needs to be worked on.
Gotta
But
be improved.
yeah.
I'll do the owl because I'm not really sure what this foul is, so you're gonna have to explain it. We talked about it earlier in the show. Temple women's soccer. Congratulations. I mean,
Crazy to turn it around like that. 4 years.
super pumped up for the squad. Congrats on the conference win. Hopefully you guys can soar the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm. And I guess I'll be the negative one about the foul. I think I've mentioned before I have had a scooter stolen on the Temple campus. R.I.P. that scooter. But recently there's been an uptick of scooter thieves on campus. And specifically, I think it's like a group of children, which is very surprising. But that's the foul of the week. So make sure you're locking up your scooters. Not that we encourage scooter usage on campus, but just be careful, especially outside of Alter, because I've heard of a couple getting stolen.
Yeah,
So.
lock those scooters up if that's how you get around campus.
Or don't bring them on campus.
Yeah, and if you ring that bell at me, you're probably going to get a forearm to the face. Just kidding, obviously. All right, that wraps it up. Evan, thank you for coming on the show. Really enjoyed having you on. Best of luck rest of the season. We'll be watching. We'll be
Thank
there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Thank you.
hopefully we see you in a bowl game
Yeah,
in December.
love to see
Yeah,
it.
baby. Go Owls.
Go Owls.